We got action on the recruiting trail. Four-star quarterback Jaden Rashada is no longer a Miami Hurricane. He has flipped his commitment to the Florida Gators. The Canes and Gators are throwing haymakers on the recruiting trail right now. Last week, five-star corner Cormani McClain shocked the world when he chose Miami over Florida. And today, Billy Napier strikes back. Let's bring on Director of Recruiting for On3, Chad Simmons. Wow. Chad, has this been in the works? What's the scoop?
You know, digging on this one with Rashada flipping from Miami to Florida seems to go back, I would say, a month and a half based on the intel I've picked up as far as communication really picking back up maybe late September, early October. Got back on the horn with Napier, Ryan O'Hara, numerous Florida coaching staff members, and this thing just kind of grew over time and obviously became, factual and public today.
Yeah, the 6'3", 185-pound, number 7 ranked quarterback in the country out of the state of California has flipped his commitment to the Florida Gators. What does this mean for Billy Napier and his crew at Florida?
I think the one thing it says about this is he got his guy. I think Napier obviously targeted Rashada early. They got him on campus. They built that relationship. And before, things kind of went back and forth between them and Miami, they had the edge and were favored to get Rashada for some time, late spring, early summer, before Miami swooped in, got the final official visit and changed things kind of late. He pushed his commitment date back at one time. I think if he committed that first time, it was likely Florida. He had other hats on the table with Oregon, UCLA, A&M, but this came down to in the summer, Miami and Florida. Florida never gave up. They gave him some space once he committed, but never truly went away. Napier kicked some tires with other quarterbacks out there in this class, but he still stayed true and went with the guy he thought was best fit for him and his program, and that was Jaden Rashada, and he got his guy in the end.
Yeah, Gators get it done, like you said, in the end. Just 2 weeks ago when Cormani McClain goes to Miami and then the Gators got to go on the road, they get thumped by Georgia in Jacksonville. It seemed like, all the air came out of the balloon. It was completely deflated. Now you have this. Gators are back with the recruiting momentum on their side. If they finish strong, who are some names that you look at and say, if they could close on these guys, the Gators could push for a top 5 class?
Well, I think it starts in their home state. Obviously, they went across the country to get Pittsburgh, California quarterback Jaden Rashada and flip him away. But I think the success for all the schools in Florida start in Florida, keeping that talent at home in the Sunshine State. I think obviously 5-star edge Keon Keeley, they're likely in the top 3, but likely behind Alabama and Ohio State right now. You have 5-star cornerback Desmond Ricks at IMG Academy will be on campus this weekend. They're again in the top 3 with Alabama and LSU. And then Jordan Hall, a guy they've had on campus numerous times from Jacksonville. He has his OV set up for early December. They'll have a shot to get a late swing at him as well. But I think it starts there. If they could land 1, 2, even 3, obviously would be like a miracle, a dream come true for them. That's where it starts, I think, for the University of Florida, is keeping that top-end talent at home. They've done a pretty good job of that this cycle. The Cormani McClain news was obviously a huge blow and somewhat of a defeat for them. But there's still guys out there they can win with in their home state.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this breaking news. Jaden Rashada flips his commitment from Miami to Florida. Chad, thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. And remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.